Hi, it's Robin Sharma, the author of the 5 a.m. Club, and this is an exclusive, sincere, heartfelt video for you as a bookseller who I see you as a partner. And first of all, I want to say a huge thank you for getting the 5 a.m. Club book out to so many people. Right now in this volatile, stormy, turbulent world, really building a strong morning routine where you wake up and you exercise, and then maybe you meditate or pray or journal, and then find some time to learn and grow and feed your mind and your heart with something inspirational as well as tactical has never been so important. So again, thank you. And this is not going to be a long video, but hopefully it'll be a very valuable video to keep you centered on what's most important and to help you protect your hope at all costs, because when a human being loses their hope, they lose everything. One of the things, I'm reading a book called The Splendid and the Vile, and it's about Winston Churchill's rise to statesmanship. And it all happened on May the 10th, 1940, when the king made him the prime minister of England. And the book is about his habits and how he got through the turbulent time. But one of the things I learned is Winston Churchill, as prime minister during World War II, was fantastic at a number of things. They say he was the right man for that time. But one of the things I've realized he was fantastic at was he was great at telling the English public the brutal facts about the realities of what they were facing. And at the same time, he always helped them feel stronger. And I think my job and your job and everyone's job right now is to help people feel stronger in this time of COVID-19 and global economic crisis. So let me offer you a few philosophical principles, if I may, that will help you do your work with great strength and great focus and great excellence, and also live a life during this time of enforced quietude, which is joyful and peaceful. So 3 philosophical points. Number 1. Stormy seas make stronger sailors. And I know that's an old idea, but it's a valuable idea. And maybe it's a cliche because it's truth. I mean, Churchill became Churchill not in the times of ease, but during World War II. Nelson Mandela, who you talk about lockdown, you talk about enforced quietude, he spent 18 years on Robben Island out of his total 27 years of confinement. And yet he would get up at 4:30. He wasn't a member of the 5 a.m. club, he was a member of the 4:30 a.m. club. And you know, it's so easy to find excuses not to exercise. He would run on the spot and do push-ups every morning at 4:30 before he would read. His executive assistant said recently that when he became the president of South Africa, he sometimes would say to her, "I wish I was back in that prison cell because it was so quiet and I could read and my life was so simple." And so stormy seas make great sailors. Rosa Parks, the great civil rights hero, became Rosa Parks when she not when she was, you know, in her everyday life. She became Rosa Parks, the hero to so many of us, when she was mistreated and when she was asked to get to the back of the bus because of the color of her own skin. Martin Luther King Jr. or Mahatma Gandhi, these people, these great women and men of the world, all became great leaders and great heroes and great human beings through the toughest times, not through the easy times. And I guess what I'm suggesting to you is we grow the most not in the seasons of sunshine. We grow the most when our backs are put up against the metaphorical wall, like we are right now. We don't know where the world is going. People are sick and dying because of the pandemic. The economic markets around the world, the economies around the world are in collapse and free fall. And this is the time to ask ourselves, how can we use this situation to grow, to become stronger, to become comfortable amidst uncomfort, to become more creative? I'm working on my next book right now. And yes, it's a sad time for the world, but it's also a time of great quietude. You know, people are bored right now. I have so much to do because I'm working on this book and I'm spending these beautiful times with my family and I'm reading books I've been longing to read for such a long time. The second philosophical point that I would offer to you is the whole purpose of life in many ways, when you strip away the accessories, is to grow. It's not to accumulate. It's not for social status or likes on social media. It's not to be busy being busy. It's to grow as human beings, to grow into our fundamental and highest nature. In the 5am Club, I talk about the 4 interior empires that is literally helping hundreds and hundreds of thousands across the people across the planet own their power through their morning routine. And so many people talk about mindset, but in the book I talk about mindset, heart set, health set, and soul set. Mindset is your psychology, heart set is your emotionality, health set is your physicality, and soul set is your spirituality. And all 4 of those are important, those 4 interior empires, to go out there in the world and experience exterior empires of creativity, productivity, and impact on humanity. And this is a great time to do your work. It's a great time to learn to journal. It's a great time to notice any fear you might be feeling and say, where is this coming from? Because to heal a wound, you need to feel a wound. Blaise Pascal, the French mathematician, said most of man's miseries are derived by his inability to sit alone in a room. And now we're asked to be alone in a room. And a lot of us don't like being with ourselves. How we've hurt people, it comes up, or our fears come up, or our insecurities come up. But here's the thing. They were always there. They were background noise, and we used a busy life to escape. And now we're forced to confront who we truly are, the good and what must be healed. And that's a profound opportunity for a human being to learn to meditate or pray or journal or simply sit in silence in a world that used to celebrate busyness as a badge of honor, and learn to work through and process and to get to know ourselves. Final philosophical principle is, I would say in many ways, human beings are built to be kind. And again, that's not soft, it's hard. Now is a time we get to show support to people in need. We get to help a neighbor who might need some groceries. We get to provide a listening ear to a friend who might have lost her business. It's a great time to build your compassion muscles. It's like, an elite athlete gets better at what she practices, while we get better at what we practice as well. And personal development is a powerful, sometimes people put it down, but I think because they don't understand it and they're frightened about it. Because it takes a lot of courage to look in the mirror and stop blaming the world and start saying, what have I done? What are my beliefs? What are my heart sets? What are my behaviors? What are my habits that have created what I don't like in my life? And of course, celebrate yourself for what you do in your life. Some final tactics, I hope you've read the 5am Club. It's not a motivational book. It's a book that blends neuroscience with the morning routine of the world's most successful people, with philosophy on what being a great human being is like. And it talks about joy, and it talks about how do you find peace again and freedom, and how do you multiply your productivity. It's a roller coaster of a book. And I think that's why it's become a beloved book to so many people across the planet in a very short period of time. I wrote it over 4 years with deep devotion to making it the best piece of work I've ever done. I hope it is. And I really hope you read it. And one of the key points of the book is obviously the victory hour, which is the morning routine that I've taught to many of the most successful people in the world for 24 years. And and I just simply say, read that chapter of the book so that you start your day well, because the way you begin your day dramatically affects the way the rest of your day unfolds. If you begin your day with the news or checking email, you're automatically releasing neurotransmitters, neurochemicals, cortisol, the fear hormone, into your brain, which is going to affect your performance, your energy, your happiness, and your peacefulness. Second tactic. We know right now it's important to decrease inflammation and increase your immunity. So things like vitamin C, things like mint tea, things like sunbathing for even a 10-minute period to release vitamin D. Those things are incredible. Exercise to build immunity. Rest is really important. In the 5 a.m. Club, I say recovery is not a luxury. Excuse me, it's not a luxury, it's a necessity. And we're also being forced now by nature to rest more, and that's okay. And the final tactic I would say is please find ways to appreciate all you have. There's the Persian proverb that says, I cursed the fact I had no shoes until I saw the man who had no feet. And in America, I'm a Canadian, but in America, or the United States, 26 million people have lost their jobs over the past few weeks. And if you have a job, or if you have your good health, or if you have a family who loves you, or if you have a little flower garden, or if you have great books in your home, which I'm sure you do, or if you have a journal, if you have peace in your heart, celebrate those simple graces that we took for granted pre-pandemic. I think they're very important. Anyway, please know how much I appreciate you. I hope you will continue to help me get the message and the book of the 5 a.m. Club out there, because it really is helping people, especially in this turbulent time. And I believe so much in the message and the value of the book to transform people's lives. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay joyful, stay grounded, and I hope this video has been helpful to you. Thank you so much for your attention, and I wish you all the best.